The job of a sports coach is never easy. The great coaches can sometimes make it look easy, but as the famous saying goes, looks can be deceiving. Some coaching jobs are more challenging than others, and here in Wyoming, there is probably no high school coaching job more challenging than the football head coaching position at Kelly Walsh High School in Casper, Wyoming. Why is it challenging? Kelly Walsh resides in a school of choice district. This means that students in this district can choose where they go to school regardless of where they live. This allows high school athletes to choose a school based on the sports program they want to play for. This town only has 2 high schools that play competitive sports, Kelly Walsh High School and Natrona County High School. Athletes consider the strengths of each school's sports programs and choose accordingly. Kelly Walsh became the second high school in town in 1965, and school choice wasn't adopted until 1993. Before school choice was adopted, KW had a less than stellar record against their rivals, going 9-19 in the first 28 Oil Bowls. But they did have an overall winning record of 137 wins to 106 losses and had captured 3 state titles. After School of Choice was adopted, KW's record in the Oil Bowl has been abysmal, going 5-26 in the last 31 years, with an overall record of 97-155 and no state titles since 1981. Since 2018, KW football is 15-39, and that is something Trojan fans would love to see improved. In the fall of 2024, KW will see a new head coach on the sidelines, and his name is Randy Roden. So the question has to be asked. What makes Roden think he can turn around the football program the same way he has been able to turn around the basketball program?
I've got some really good people that know football that are helping me. My vision and what I think we need to do to change what we're doing to eventually maybe see some success is what got me the job, but I hired some good guys to help me get there. I didn't sugarcoat anything. They said it's 5, what's your 5-year plan? I said, I'll give you 2 because in 2 years, we're going to know if I'm having an impact or not. And that doesn't even mean on the scoreboard. Can I get kids in the weight room? Can I retain kids? Can we get kids excited about it? Can we get more physical?
Knowing the uphill battle he faces, many are wondering how he can make the Trojans more competitive.
The kids we're missing are probably wearing orange and black, because any kid that's going to be a lineman, which is where we're the smallest, go across town. And that's the way it's going to be. And we're not going to change that. And they talk, well, what if there's a coaching change? That's not going to change. We're talking about tradition. You're fighting tradition that you see right there. We have got to get where we use our talent wisely. We're never going to be bigger than anyone we play. So what do you do with that? Because we do have some good kids. We have some good football players. It's going to be on us to try to utilize them much smarter.
So how has Roden established winning cultures in programs before?
Maybe it's a knack. I don't know. I think there's a lot of coaches that read books and they're like, okay, we're going to do this. And then it doesn't fit their talent. It doesn't work. There's guys, football-wise, that know an awful lot about football that have struggled to run a team. It's culture this, culture that. I don't know if I've ever used that word. And I kind of despise it, to be honest with you. Because if I just took raw culture, I think the culture our football program had for the last 2 or 3 years was pretty good, except on the scoreboard. So I think if you're not careful as a coach, you can hide behind culture. You can create a facade of culture and never have success and say, well, we have culture, we have a great culture. Well, I have expectations I give my kids. I want them to live up to that. I want them to compete on the field. That's our culture. I want to demand a lot of kids. I want commitment from kids. I want to put them in situations where they've been successful or they can experience success, and that'll breed the confidence and the commitment and stuff. But if you're constantly putting them into a situation where they can't ever have success, pretty soon, why would they commit to that? Why would they believe anything you say?
With higher expectations, Coach Roden is hoping they can adapt to his style of coaching.
And when you get your butt chewed, and I'm demanding, they understand we're on the same page. And my best teams have always embraced my intensity. Your culture is based on your expectations. It's based on putting kids in a successful situation. It's based on perception that we're doing things a certain way on and off the field. I think right now we're doing a lot of things great off the field, but we're not doing things on the field. And I think they all have to work together.
So now that the job is his, what does Roden think this job is going to take?
I have a strong belief in what I think needs to be done to be successful. And like I said, that's always been kind of a knack of mine that I've seen what I need. I'm not naive to know enough to know that or think that just magical change in my vision's going to work. There's going to be some hard times.
Roden has an outstanding record and legacy well earned from coaching basketball. But his legacy isn't the most important thing to him.
What people think of me bothers me, but I also think that drives me. I want them to think that I'm doing a good job, so I try to outwork all the other coaches so I am doing a good job. You wouldn't do it this long, and you wouldn't take on something like I'm taking on if it wasn't something good for you. They asked me in the interview, the last question, what do you want your legacy to be when you're done being a football coach here? And I said, well, people, if I was worried about my legacy, I wouldn't have taken this job. I quit worrying about my legacy a long time ago.
The future of Trojan football under Roden remains to be seen, but there is no shortcoming when it comes to hopes that he can turn things around starting in the fall of 2024.